Every other picture, he's got a jewelry store. You know what I'm saying? He's got a lot of going on. And he's flexing, he's doing these little subtle flexes. It's pissing me off. A lot of swag. Lil Baby's not fucking around with his jewelry. I'm gonna tell you that much right now. There's really not much you could on over here. But is he better than Floyd? Huh? Is he better than Drake? We're gonna find out. He's got jumbled Cubans, custom Cubans, tennis pointer chains, studs in the ear. But you know, by far, my most favorite thing he's got is that cape joint. That was a fly piece. That cape flying with that 4PF or whatever he's got over there, that's the flyest joint you got, Little Baby. You know what I'm saying? As far as big pieces, as far as eye catchers are concerned, I can't on your shit.
You looking for like fine shit, just look at the Miss Trendsetter side, you know?
What makes a girl a trendsetter?
Girl do something, they bite. She might a trendsetter. Whether it's something old, something new, whatever they do, it's somebody bite.
So, baby, set the record straight. Who is Mrs. Trendsetter?
How much weed you smoke a day? What's the typical day look like?
I like an ounce a day. Something like that. It was not too, but
Yeah.
The one song, the lyric, when, bitch, I'm Lil Baby. How'd you think of it?
I actually came up with it with one of the bros in the studio, but I'm glad we came up with it.
Genius.
Thank you.
You remember when you first started smoking weed?
yeah, definitely.
How old were you?
About 12, my sister's boyfriend was smoking on the porch. And I done hit the blunt. My mama walked outside. I had the smoke in my mouth. She like, what y'all doing? Yeah, I'm like, nothing. Smoke come right out my mouth.
What'd she say?
Never forget.
It's just like, pull it up and show me everything. Right, like all their cars leased, they labeled this, he even had like a breakdown. My son, see, this is what pissed me off when my son showed me something. Yeah. My son showed me something, he like, Daddy, he like, what?
Oh, he said it to you.
Yeah.
You seen you had a couple of shots of academics on the album.
It was only
Two.
one shot.
I thought it was on two songs. I thought it was a song with
Only
Future
one shot.
and
I
on the
said
Turning Point record, right?
Academic niggas think they can't get touched. Meaning somebody who be on the computer all day.
Got you.
Just be, it wasn't really
Trolling. It wasn't at him.
Saying
He used him as
I never in my mind did I even think to compare y'all financially.
he
That's
do
what I'm
all the
saying.
time though.
Oh,
not
okay.
with you.
I don't think you
He
talking
didn't
about
put
you.
me. That's what I'm saying. Why he say me? That's all.
Oh, he said your name?
Yeah.
Hey, Lil Baby, what's good for them? No, I'm a Z, homie. No, bro, I'm not even stepping on you, folk. I'm a real Z, though. I'm just trying to give you your credit, you feel me? I know I am, twin. I'm a Z. If you in Miami, you feel me? Show love, just be cool. You don't gotta be all extra, you hear me? Hey, much love, brother. Hey, God, I just wanna let you know it's all love, brother. I understand respect, folk.
This was supposed to be a simple night out, a private party, Super Bowl weekend, a celebrity appearance. But now, it's turning into something way heavier, because what happened in that San Francisco nightclub may have opened a door Lil Baby can't close. And the scariest part is, this story isn't just about shots being fired. It's about what happens after the cameras stop rolling, because new details have surfaced that completely change the scale of what we're looking at. And once you hear what police reportedly recovered from that scene, you'll understand why people are saying this is no longer just rap business. February 9th, Super Bowl weekend in San Francisco. The entire city was buzzing. Celebrations everywhere, parties stacked on parties, and every major name was outside. That night, Keion White, defensive end for the 49ers, decided to host a private event. Not just some random club night, a booked-out downstairs section at Dia Lounge. His space, his guest list, his rules. Now here's where Lil Baby enters the picture. Baby had performed in San Francisco that same weekend, and after his show, he and his entourage ended up at the same venue. But they weren't in White's private section. They were upstairs, in the public area. And at some point, someone in Baby's crew decided they wanted downstairs access. That's where everything shifted. Because witnesses say Lil Baby's entourage allegedly tried pushing into a private party they weren't invited to. And Keion White confronted them. Voices rose, tension built. And then, everything unraveled. But what happened next would shock everyone. According to witness statements, the argument escalated fast. One witness even claimed it got so heated that someone had to run upstairs to grab a manager. But before anyone could calm it down, shots rang out. Some people say 2 shots, others say 4. Either way, the result was the same. Keion White dropped to the floor, hit in the leg. And when police arrived around 4:06 a.m., the club wasn't even fully cleared out yet. People were still moving around, still trying to leave, still acting like nothing had happened. Officers found White downstairs, injured but alive. At first, it looked like a straightforward nightclub shooting, a moment of chaos. But then the police report revealed details the mainstream media completely skipped. And that's when the story turned darker. Investigators processed the scene, and what they reportedly found immediately raised serious questions. 2 shell casings. Not 1, 2. And here's the part that matters. They weren't the same caliber. One was reportedly a 9mm. The other was a .45, 2 completely different weapons. Now think about that. That suggests either someone had multiple guns, or there may have been more than one shooter, multiple shooters, in a packed nightclub during Super Bowl weekend at 4 in the morning. That's not a simple situation. That's chaos. That's something bigger than a scuffle. And then police reportedly found something even more catastrophic. An abandoned cell phone left behind at the crime scene, just sitting there. Think about what that means. Someone panicked so hard, someone ran so fast, that they left their entire digital life on the floor. Texts, contacts, photos, location history, everything. And in 2026, a phone isn't just a phone. It's evidence, because phones don't lie in court. If that device belonged to anyone connected to what happened, that could become a career-ending mistake. Freedom-ending. And while investigators were collecting all of this, the most chilling detail came from Keion White himself, because when police asked him the simplest question, he gave them nothing. Officers reportedly asked White directly, "Who shot you?" And he refused to answer. Not a word. He took a bullet, went into surgery, came out successful, and still stayed silent. Now from the outside, some people might say, maybe he didn't see clearly? Maybe lawyers advised him not to speak? Sure. But in certain circles, silence means something else entirely. Because not talking isn't weakness. It's a message, a declaration that this won't be handled through official channels. And that's exactly why whispers started spreading almost immediately. Because people began asking, who is Keion White really connected to? And what does that mean for Lil Baby? Here's where things get sensitive. Rumors began circulating that White may have deeper ties than sports media wants to discuss. And in the Bay Area, street politics operate differently. This isn't about fame. This isn't about streams. Out west, respect and violations carry weight. And people say, you don't embarrass someone connected to certain circles and walk away like nothing happened. Especially not publicly, especially not in a way that makes national news. Because the louder the incident, the louder the response has to be. And whether those rumors are true or exaggerated. One thing is undeniable. Lil Baby suddenly isn't dealing with one issue. He's dealing with 3. This situation hits from every direction. First, the feds. Lil Baby hasn't been charged with anything, but federal attention around Atlanta rap culture has been building for years. And an incident like this, shell casings, witnesses, phones, police reports, shell casings, witness statements, an abandoned phone sitting on the floor like a ticking time bomb. That's the kind of threat investigators don't just overlook. Because federal cases aren't built in a day, they're built in silence, in patterns, in small incidents that stack up over time until one morning, the knock comes. And even though Lil Baby hasn't been charged with anything, situations like this don't just disappear. Not when your name ends up attached to something this serious, not when there's physical evidence involved, not when the spotlight is already hovering. Second, the NFL. A San Francisco 49ers player getting shot during Super Bowl weekend, that's not just a headline, that's a nightmare for the league. Because the NFL protects its image like a corporation protects its billions. They don't want chaos tied to their stars. They don't want their players showing up in police reports. And they definitely don't want the biggest weekend in American sports being linked to a nightclub shooting. Internal investigations don't get announced publicly, but they happen quietly, behind closed doors, through security teams, ownership meetings, private calls, and questions nobody wants to answer out loud. And then third, the streets. Because California operates on a different frequency. Atlanta fame doesn't translate the same way out west. Being Lil Baby might open doors in one city, but in another, it just makes you the face attached to the violation. Out there, celebrity doesn't erase disrespect, streams don't cancel consequences, and the people connected to certain circles aren't impressed by plaques or Grammys. And the craziest part? This may have all started because of one thing. Not Lil Baby himself, but the people around him. This entire chain of events traces back to the entourage mentality. That mindset of, we're with a big name, so rules don't apply. Forcing access, demanding space, moving like the room belongs to them. Like every door should open just because the superstar is nearby. But that's how these situations happen. Not because the artist wanted it, but because the energy around them creates collisions they can't control. Lil Baby has clearly been trying to shift his image. Rebrands, distance, cleaner moves, smarter decisions. But this situation exposed the brutal truth. You can't rebrand your name if the culture around you stays the same. Because every time Baby walks into a room, he isn't just carrying his own reputation. He's carrying the behavior of everyone beside him. Every decision they make, every boundary they cross, every situation they escalate. And eventually, that collision becomes unavoidable. So now the question isn't what happened that night. The question is, what happens next? No arrests have been made, no suspects named. And officially, the investigation is ongoing. But silence doesn't mean nothing is happening. Sometimes, it means everything is happening somewhere else. Lil Baby is standing between worlds. Superstar success on one side, and consequences that don't care about fame on the other. And the way this is set up, the next chapter might arrive before anyone is ready. Superstar resources, street consequences, federal patience, NFL scrutiny, and one nightclub moment that may follow him longer than anyone expected. So the real question is, does this get resolved quietly? Or was this only the first chapter of something much bigger? One thing is clear. Every decision, every move, every single person in his orbit now matters more than ever. And in a world where fame and street influence collide, the line between survival and disaster is razor thin. What happens next could set the tone for not just Lil Baby's career, but for everyone around him. Every connection, every choice, every silence is being watched. And in this story, luck has an expiration date. I want to hear what you think. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. How do you see this playing out? Does the situation escalate, or does it somehow resolve quietly? Your perspective might actually predict the next move. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and hit that notification bell. We break down every new detail as it comes out, so you'll always be first to know. We don't miss, we don't cap, and we keep it real. Straight from the streets, straight from the sources. Stay tuned, stay alert, and stay safe out there. And if you want the full deeper breakdown, make sure you're subscribed, because this story is far from over.